Hi everyone. Right, what I've got to show you is some of these. Now, don't panic. Kelly Merton went and did some shopping for me, and she happened to buy some canvases, and the little square ones like that. And then I thought, well, I can make those, and so can you. And you can make them any style, any shape. They're very easy, and all you need is some chipboard. And now I will put a link on where you can buy the chipboard online, the cheapest place I found, but you might get it cheaper. I will also put online on the description box where you buy the canvas on a roll, the cheapest ones that I can find. And then all you're going to need are inks and paints, and you can play. Now, this is just a rough, I've quickly done this so that you can see what can be done. Using the technique we used the other day, now when you're using it on canvas, it is slightly different. And the best thing to get your cloudy sky and all of that is to use bleach. So you can lift off the paint with bleach. So this is what I've done with this one. Now people were saying, well, what colours can you use to do sky? You can use any colour you want. I've done greens and a pale bit of blue. And then I've done brown and black on the edges. And you get that stormy effect, or that nighttime sky. And then like I've added the distance. You need the background, you need the middle, and you need the foreground. So the background is all the black with the trees in the distance. There is a waterfall in this, and this little house is sat up on the hill. And then there's rocks, like tiered rocks at the front, which I've put one of the trees on, fir trees. And then I've put some plants there. Now I've not finished with this, but I'm just showing you what you can do with these little canvases. Now you can do this in any colour you want. I mean, you could just draw an animal on there or whatever. The main thing I'm going to do is to show you how to make the canvas, just for those that don't know. And then I'm going to show you a couple of coloured techniques using different inks, so you can see what colour background you can get, what kind of looks you can get. Now, when I did these two, I just did the two backgrounds just like that. And I did that one and that one. And then with this one, I immediately saw a little waterfall, some fir trees, and a little building, and, you know, little plants and rocks. And that's what I saw when I saw this kind of background. Now with this one, probably something very similar. What I see, I could do a nice big rock with some highlights on it, and then just do the silhouette of a deer, a stag. That's what I see when I look at that one. So I hope you can see those. And I'm just going to show you how to make the canvas. And it's really very simple. I've made several here. You can get sticky back canvas, but if you want to do your own canvases, then buy it on a roll. It is, excuse me, it is worth it. Now, all you do, cut the board however you want it. I'm just gonna, I get mine on a roll. I prefer to use it on a roll because you get quite a bit. So then take your scissors and just, you don't need to waste this stuff because it's not cheap, but it's not expensive either, if you know what I mean. So I'm just gonna measure it out. You do need 1/2 inch all the way around. So I'm just gonna measure mine out and cut. You don't have to cut it out perfect, but there's no point in wasting. So that's mine. And then what I'm going to do is just to make sure that it's kind of, I mean, nobody ever sees the back of them, but it's nice to have it even-ish if possible. And you want a good 1/2 inch. Yeah, I think that'll do mine. Put my scissors back, and then what we do is take the glue. Let me just put my dryer away because I had that out before. There's my board. So just glue that across there. Now the first one I always do like that, and I've got paint on my hands so my canvas is going to look dirty at the moment. And then squash that in there. Use your nail or something to squash it in. Usually what I do is I'll take the canvas, the chipboard, and just do that. You want a really good crease there. Now, this one. I haven't glued the canvas down on the front. I would if I was you, but you don't have to, because you don't want whatever project you're using, if you're going to use a lot of paste or water or liquids or something, you don't want the actual canvas to lift. This, look, because I can get my fingers behind. So I would, just with ordinary PVA glue, is glue that down. So chop the edges, the corners, sorry. And then just chop the flap off. You don't need that. You get a nice neat finish. But if you know a different way and you want, or you like a different way, then do that. Now, what I'm going to do is just go around the edge really quick, and then a little bit of a, and I do that, take it, flatten it, and you get a really good edge. See, like that. So again, glue around the edges, turn it upside down and pull it forward towards you like that. Just fold it over. And there you go. Great. We've got a nice canvas that is nicely covered. So we've got the canvas now covered. I showed you the other day how to do the cloudy sky, but if you're using canvas, I have said, you know, to use your sprays. Not sprays, sorry. You can use these, which are the inks, or a spray, and then you can use the raw bleach to lift off the colour to make the clouds, and you end up with something like that. Right, I'm just going to show you a couple of other colours that you can do. I've got the aged mahogany. Is it aged mahogany? I've forgotten now. Where's my lid? Sorry, it's the Victorian velvet. So I've got Victorian velvet, and I'm just going to put it on the edges like that. Because you always, you don't have to, but it's nice to have the darker bits around the edges. Just brush it on like that. Rub it on like that. Then what we're going to use then is the mustard seed, and I'm mainly going to try and get the edge of that and just like that rub that in. My mustard seed isn't that. I'm going to do it on one edge and then do it on that edge. That's my mustard seed, and then with that I'm going to put some blue, and I've got the broken china, so I'm just going to pop the broken china on there like that, a little bit there, a little bit there. You spray that with water. Now with this canvas, like I said, you can't do it from the side. It's well, you can, but it doesn't work like it does on painted backgrounds. So I'm just going to give that a really good old spray. Just let that do its work, do its business. And I'm going to dry that off. Hope you can see this. Sorry, trying to get you to see it all. I'm just going to dry that off. Oh, my heat gun's on its way out, unfortunately. Right, it's on its way out, I think. So never mind, we don't really need that. Well, we do. Now I'm going to use the black soot, because I want a bit more yucky in it, if you know what I mean, here and there. Like that. You don't have to go dark all the time. So I'm just going to let that go on there. I'm going to run my fingers around it a little bit, just to get that look I'm after. Dry that off a little bit, maybe. Let me see if I can get this gun to work. Hopefully it's not going to blow in my hand. I hope not. Right, we turn that off, and I'm going to get the bleach. I've got my brush, and then we're just going to pop some bleach here and there to try and make clouds. And it leaves different colours, like when you mix the colours together. We've now got a nicer blue. I'm just going to put a little bit more on. Like that. And as you can see, you can use different colours. And techniques. Now I'm going to leave that to dry on its own, and that will just keep lifting and lifting. That's going to be fine. What I'm going to do on top of that actually is give it a spray. See, I like that now. See, that's more me. Like that. Just wipe this bit up. Where's my cloth? Put my gun away. Yeah, I need to get myself a new gun. Let's go see if they've got one. And that's just great. If I still wanted to put a little bit more in, just to take the colour out, I can just add touches here and there. And it'll continue to whiten that a little bit. I just like the way it works. And that, you can imagine that with a, you know, make that into a smaller picture. And we can, let me just wash this brush and I'll show you what I mean. I'll get another one. You know, you can take your white paint and, I don't know, looks like there's a lot more light coming here, so, oops a daisy. Just gives you that look. You can also highlight a cloud. You know, we can go up, highlighting the cloud. I'm using acrylic paint here. Just giving it a bit of an outline, and then I'll show you what I'll do. See, it's soaking in. The acrylic paint is actually soaking in a lot of the colour as well. Like that. And then what we do is we just... Thing is with this sort of painting, you have to layer and layer and layer. And I'm just taking my brush with water and blending that in. So I've put the colour where I want it. And now I just blend that in. Making sure I leave some of the white edging. Like that. Yeah, like that. I mean, if I wanted to, I could just add some ground to that. So we've got the sky, the ground. That could be a field. See, that can be field, that can be, where's the other one? We can put bushes and trees in the background. We can highlight the field. And the ploughing. Like that. We can put a bush of some sort here in the foreground. We can take the black. I've got a bit of black. Oh, there we go. Mix that in well. We can add a touch of black here. Oops-a-daisy, sorry. What happens? Just clean my brush off, take that off. Go back and do that. Don't think it's like now doing a miniature. Like that. And you see how that picture's coming along? I hope you can see that anyway. And you just keep building onto it. Got paint all over me now. Just let me wash my brush again. Yeah, and you just keep building on. We can add birds. Like that. So I hope that helps. It's just playing around. If you've never painted, I've got some tutorials on how to do wood, how to do trees, how to do clouds. And I've got them. So just put in clouds, jennings644, trees, jennings644, wood, jennings644, and it will come up and show you. I've done faces and all sorts as well. I once did a pencil drawing and then transferred that to an acrylic painted one, and it was just great, and I take you through the process. But these, although the tiny little squares, only 2x2, they're so easy to do, and you could just build along as you go. Just build it along. Yeah, and I like that. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Take care, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye bye for now.